Hello friends and welcome back to Electronic Box, the channel for gear reviews, other helpful information and sometimes just for comments on things that concern our life. Life is a strange thing. Often you don't like something and guess what? You have to live with it. Somehow the fortune put on the table for you exactly that. The thing that you don't want or don't like. We often hear the phrase that the best cars usually are driven by the ones with less or no driving skills. And top drivers usually drive some crappy car, right? That's life. It can be fun, but also can be quite challenging and frustrating experience sometimes. One of my viewers says, I quote, "I am hooked. I like your controversy." But you know what? Life is a wicked and very colorful controversy thing. Today, I will give you a perfect example of that by comparing Adobe Lightroom that I absolutely hate and love at the same time goes for the Luminar and Affinity Photo. Before we continue, let's for a moment discuss this word. I'm not a native English speaker and I heard so many times different pronunciations. In UK, they call it controversy. In US, controversy. This time, Americans are correct. Why? Because we say controversial thing, not controversial. But for ease of use, I will use the wrong UK way, because it's easier for me. If you're a creator of photo or video content, at some point you have to deal with Adobe. Photoshop, Premiere, Illustrator, Audition, InDesign, Dreamweaver, Lightroom, the list simply goes on and on. Those are all Adobe products. Let me right away tell you why I absolutely hate them. First, they are super duper expensive. I don't want to pay for life rent fee. I rather prefer to buy one of their products for $300 for example, and to own it for good. But this is not possible because Adobe does not give us that option. The next and final reason is also simple. They crash. Yes, they crash like a Tesla on autopilot. Many Premiere and Audition users know very well what I'm talking about. Do I want to change that Adobe software with other software? Hell yeah, right away. I start searching on the net and, by the way, you also can do that. For example, there is a very cool website called alternative2.net. There you can write the software that you want to have an alternative to, and voila, you have 3, 5 or even 10 options. For example, alternative to Lightroom is Affinity Photo and Alien Skin Exposure software. And you say, wow, that's great. But hold on for a second, because there is a catch. See what will happen. All the functions that you need are there with those softwares. And at first glance you are hooked a lot. But after that, surprise, you come to the same situation called controversy. Why? Well, when you start to adjust the picture in Lightroom, you will see the result instantly. And if you use Affinity Photo or Exposure, this is definitely not the case. The picture change sometimes is super slow and laggy, and the change also affects contrast and sharpness, and you'll get lost in the editing process. So, to wrap up this short video, I still totally hate Adobe. But I use their products from time to time because some features just have better implementation than the other brands that try to offer you basically the same thing. On the other hand, I totally love Alien Skin Exposure and Affinity Photo with their cheap pricing and innovations, but some things are just bad experience with them. And guess why? That's why I also hate them too. That's it, friends. This is what I call controversy. And sooner or later it will knock on your door too, so be prepared and make the right purchase decisions. From me, Nico, be well and take care.